Hey, good afternoon one more time, everyone. This is Rick with Hit and Run Candlesticks. It is Sunday, November 20th, 2022. This will be the last video I do today. We're going to look at four stocks today: Microsoft, Target, Nike, and Amazon. We're going to take a look at those. These are from people that emailed me at rick at hitandruncandlesticks.com. Asking me to cover these in a little video, and I thought I would do that. I do want to thank everybody for answering my email call on doing that. I appreciate it very, very much, so thank you. I want to remind you that if you'd like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, simply click the subscribe button and make sure you click on that bell. Make sure you click on that bell to receive video alerts. Otherwise, you might be a little late for some time-sensitive videos. So, really quick, I want to run through our trading principles, 5 of them anyway. Trading principle number 1, trade in the direction of the market. We're going to cover that a little bit here. Principle number 2, trade in the direction of the chart being considered. Principle number 3, plan your trade with target areas and stops. Principle number 4, wait for an entry. Principle number 5, take profits into strength or weakness if you are short. Okay? All right, let's take a look at, first I want to establish principle number 1. Principle number 1, trade in the direction of the market. So, what I see in the market, again, this is Sunday, November 20th, 2022. The reason I'm saying that again is that is time sensitive, okay? So let me get my little arrows out here. Here you go. This line right here, excuse me, this is the downtrend line that the SPY is getting close to. So I recognize the longer term of the market is controlled by the bears. I recognize that the downtrend line price is still under the downtrend line. But I also have to recognize that we're trending up right here. Now, I'm a short-term swing trader, so for me, that's important for me to recognize. While this line right here may be truly bearish, and we could fail here, and driving us down, and everybody and a brother is going to say, see, there's that downtrend line. It kept us broken out, or kept us from breaking out. And that's very possible. There's no question in my mind about that. But on the other hand, if I just sat right here and kept shorting and shorting and shorting, well, I'm going to go broke, so the pot's not that deep, not at all. So I'm going to trade with the trend. And right now, that's the trend. So I'm going to mark the market as being bullish at the moment. Bullish at the moment. So principle number 1, we're bullish. Let's take, I'm going to do Amazon first, because maybe that's the one that, well, we'll see. We'll do Amazon first. So I had somebody ask me about Amazon. They didn't share whether they were looking long or short. So I'll kind of look at both sides here, maybe. From the short side, you can see it's still in a downtrend, definitely. You can definitely see that we've got this big gap to the downside. We moved further down and then we rallied up. We could be setting up for a bearish H pattern. Absolutely. We certainly could be. And I think what I would want to do is probably below this 92.70, I might get interested in a short. But the reality is, until it breaks this low right in here, we want to be gentle, just be careful, in case the market does continue to move up. We just want to watch that. Although below 86 is there, absolutely short on Amazon is what I would look at, what I may look at. On the positive side, I see a potential long trade. And this would be the potential long trade. We have a low, we have a high with a bull kicker in here, okay? We have a bull kicker. So this makes me want to pump the brakes a little bit on the short, unless the market starts to roll over. So here we have a low, a high with a bull kicker. We have a pullback, We have a pullback. So what I'm watching for is one of two things: a buy signal, a reason to buy it long with a little swing trade. Let's do this. A little swing trade, maybe back up to that trend line. Certainly some target areas along the way. And if we start to fail, then I see the short side, 86, and then we'll worry about targets. If that actually happens, we'll worry about targets to below on Amazon. Let's take a look at Nike. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Did I say thank you? Thank you, everybody, for your sending me your emails to rick@hitrun.candlesticks.com. And remember, if you would like to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please do. Make sure you, after you subscribe, click on the bell. You click on the bell and then you'll get alerts. That's important, okay? Then you'll get alerts. If you have already subscribed, maybe you didn't click on that bell and you might not be getting alerted when we put a new video out, like this one right here. So please do so. Also, feel free to copy these trading principles. And over the next few weeks, I'm going to be adding a couple other things and a few other things to this little notepad over here. So anyway, hey, let's take a look at Nike here. So Nike, remember principle number one. Well, let me go through Nike, and then we're going to go through the principles. Nike, we've gapped down, we've rallied up. We're putting in a pretty nice bottom here. All right, pretty nice little bottom. I like Nike bullish above $100.50. So just because I like it bullish, it doesn't mean that it's the right entry right here. Principle number 4, wait for an entry. So let's shop for an entry. We could end up with a 3/8 trap. That would be really nice in here. We could pull back a little bit. I mean, I can't say what price is going to do, for the day, Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Remember, next week's a short week, okay? So remember that. So I think Nike is one waiting for a good entry. I do think this is a long chart. 113.85 is the 200 period moving average up here. And then you can see we've got this top up here at about 118.40-ish, something like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to flag this. Thank you, by the way, for sharing this one. I'm going to flag this, wait for that entry, set my stop, look for my targets up here. And I think we might add another target in here. Let's watch this area right through here. And then as we get up higher, there's some, there's going to be some challenges here for Nike. But for a short-term swing trade, just from the T-line up to that high, what is that? 19.5%. So I'm liking Nike long. Thank you very much. Let's talk about those principles. So principle number 1, trade in the direction of the market. We've already, without going back to the SPY, we've already talked about that. The SPY is bullish. My trend indicator here is green. You can see that right there. Let's put up an arrow here. My trend indicator is green, and we can just extend that if we want. So that's bullish. So trade in the direction of the chart being considered. Check, right? Principle number 3, plan your trade. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to probably use the T-line. If we were to get a 3/8 trap buy, then I would probably use something around the T-line, probably the low of, is it Thursday here? The low of Thursday as a stop, perhaps. If we move up a little bit more, then I would raise that stop a little bit. And then I've got targets. So principle number 3, plan your trade, targets and stops. Principle number 4, wait for the entry. So what I'm going to do for the entry is I'm going to put this on my number 1 favorite tool in trading, absolutely, is a program called Live Trading Alerts. I'm going to put that on a watch list, and when this gives me a buy signal in the 3/8 trap, or possibly off my trend indicator bounce scan, then I will look at that as possibly being an entry as well. So there, I've got my plan set up. Principle number 5, if it was to be bought, say in this area, anywhere in fact, in there, what I'm going to do is look at taking some profits off at the first target, some at the third target, and some at the third target. Now, just because I have 3 targets doesn't mean I'm going to live with 3 targets. I could sell it all at the first target, because what I want to do is make sure that the market is still working in my favor. And if the market is working in my favor, then I may hold some of it for those targets right there. Let's take a look at, speaking of targets, let's take a look at Target. So Target, somebody asked about this, a buy and everything here. In fact, here, one sec. Okay, I'm back. Hey, look, let's talk about Target here. I'm going to read what somebody wrote, and man, I got to tell you, this is, first of all, I think trading through earnings is, I think that's crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. It is too risky trading through earnings. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to read the last sentence that was wrote to me here. It was supposed to rally on an upgrade from Piper Sandler, citing inventory improvements. Who cares what Piper or anybody says? Look, we don't trade with those folks. We trade with the charts. You know who I'm talking to if you're listening to video. Look, you're smarter than any outfit out there. You're smarter than anybody that upgrades or downgrades stocks. You're smarter than any earnings or anything. Just trade the chart. You'd be so far ahead. And this for everybody too. Just stick with the chart. Just because Joe Blow says, it's supposedly going to gap up on an upgrade. Man, I just don't do that. Bad trading in my personal opinion. Okay, enough of that. Let's look at Target. I like Target, okay? I think Target looks to me like it's a buy. Not right here, but it does look like it's a buy. So let's do this. You can see that we've got a pretty good bottom right in here. Price kind of crazy, but we've got a bottom. So what I'm going to look for is possibly trading over 196.50, and I'll look at that as being long. I will also look over 181 when we start to break out. Now, this is important because the chart pattern I'm going to look for is a chart pattern I look for all the time. In fact, we can look at it let's look at it right here. See how we went from a low to a high? See the pullback? Those are buying areas right there. That breakout is a buy area. And now see how the chart rallied, pullback, rallied, pullback, rallied, followed the T-line up. How beautiful is that? Well, that's what we want over here. We don't need to get in early to make money. Let me see. Can I move this down a little bit? There we go. We don't need to get in early to make money. If somebody's looking at this gap fill right here for a trade, you don't have to get in here. We could put this, watch this box right here. Above 169.50 is 22.6% up to 208 and a quarter up here. So you don't need that other little tidbit down there to make money. So let's wait for that setup on Target here. I think that's the thing to do. It is starting to trend up. So principle number 2 is being met. We already know principle 1 is being met, at least for now. Principle number 3, if we buy it right in through above 169.50 on a 3/8 trap, I can't tell you exactly where the stop's going to be because I can't tell you exactly where the entry is going to be. We're going to wait. Principle number 4, we're going to wait for the setup. One of my main setups will be the 3/8 trap, maybe in this area right here, and then we'll look for this to swing up to the upside there. The last chart I want to look at is Microsoft. Take a look at Microsoft. Beautiful low, high, higher low, gap up, pullback, 3/8 trap, targets, 247, 262, 267 up here. Beautiful, beautiful chart. Of course, we're going to need the market to help us out and continue its bullish move that it is currently in. Really quick, and this holds true with all charts, not just Microsoft. I use these green and red dots an awful lot to determine trend, and you can clearly see that the trend has been down. That doesn't, I mean, I don't want anyone to think that I don't use trend lines as well. You can clearly see it's trending down. Well, you can clearly see that we're trending up, even though we have red dots. We're trending above the downtrend line. Well, now that the dots are green, now this becomes a possible buy. So that puts us in the category of a possible buy. Now I'm going to wait for the entry setup that I want. I'm going to wait for buyers to step in. I don't want to be the first cat out there. And then we'll take profits into strength. Okay. Hey, this is coming up on 16 minutes for the video. I'm going to say thank you, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you Monday morning. Remember that Monday mornings at 11:45 Eastern, I present a live webinar for the public. Okay? Check it out. We'll see you later. Take care, everyone.